to Cabin Fever Crochet. I'm Helene here in northeastern Washington State, and I have a few things to show you today. It's been a little while since I've popped in and on and showed my face, so I thought I would come on and show you a few things that I've made lately, just mostly getting ready for the farmers market, the seasonal market. The other thing is I would love to start collecting photographs of your makes from my tutorials and my patterns. So I'm going to leave my email address below. If you could send me one or a few nice photographs of your work. And when I have enough collected, then I will put together a little slideshow so everyone can see and enjoy that also. And please be sure to include the information to post. So for example, if you have a YouTube channel, leave your name, first name's fine, and your YouTube channel. And also if you're comfortable, what area, where you live. If you're here in the States, you could just list the state or the county where you live, or the town if you're comfortable, or for me I say northeastern Washington State. And so wherever you live in the world, I would love to know, and I think that would be interesting for other people too. And also for those of you who are interested and want to know the update on the puppy, if we did wind up adopting him and what happened, I will fill you in on that towards the end and insert some pictures and maybe even a couple little video clips. So yes, we did keep him, and he is so super cute. So first up, those of you who might not have seen this, this is the South Bay shawl or shawlette. I have a tutorial for that. Link for that is below. And then I'm making yet another one. I enjoy this pattern so much. It is not one of my own. It is a Lion Brand pattern, and I did my own kind of take and twist on things for creating the border and working it a few different ways. So I give you those options there as well. And folks at the market seem to really enjoy them, and I will make a variety of sizes and in different fibers. But one of my favorites and the most popular is in a fingering weight, and this is where I've gone so far. And I'm undecided if I want to make this a full-sized or a shawlette. The stitch pattern is so pretty, it almost creates a little bit of flower design effect. This is Hobby Lobby's Rainbow Rhapsody, spelled like rap, W-R-A-P. This is the color Cornucopia, and I am almost not quite halfway through. And that is where I stop halfway if I'm going to do a shawlette, or it works for a very small framed person. It works almost, not quite a full, but more like a mid-sized shawl. And one cake can do a very nice full-size shawl. And you get 918 yards with this, 7 ounces. And it's 60/40 cotton acrylic. And I enjoy working with it. I went up to an H5 millimeter hook on this one. And this pattern just works up very nicely in it. All right, so this rug, for those of you who have seen it, you will remember not that long ago, I made my own gradient yarn cakes, and it's just it's an easy stitch pattern, V-stitch pattern, and I bordered it with a woven basket weave type of border, which to me really frames it nicely and sets it off. So after I did that tutorial and I had my blanket and the rug up on that fence behind me, I wound up blocking these. So I have 4 all together to show you. This is the original one that I did. And once I blocked them, it was real easy. I just spritzed them with a water bottle and pinned it and let it dry overnight, and just set that frame in place very nicely. So that's the original. And then I went into my bin to use up some other yarn, and This is my second one I did, and these are both in acrylic, but not necessarily the same brand, but they are number 4 medium weight yarns. Here, I'm gonna go back a little. Isn't that cute? It's almost like kind of a racing stripe going down the center. And the sides, when I hold it up this way, even when it was on the fence, it looks a little wonky, uneven, only because of the weight of it. I'm holding the edges, and the weight is going to pull the center down. But once it's on the floor, they are very square. But I just think that one turned out so fun. And I used up all but just a small amount of yarn. So I like how the color changes came out with this one. Three strands together, by the way, 3 strands of a number 4 worsted weight, both of those two. And this is Premier Puzzle yarn, but I did use 2 strands of this together, and I went with an N9 millimeter hook on all of these. And each one is sized just a little bit differently. That's the largest of all, and then the 4th and final I worked up in a discontinued yarn, Lion brand Dream Maker yarn. And this one is also, it's a tape type of yarn. It's acrylic. Majority of it is acrylic with a small amount as the nylon core. But even though it's a tape yarn, working it up, it comes out a little more tubular. Like it's very soft and pliable. So it twists on itself, working it up, and gives a really interesting, nice texture and effect. And for the border, I went back to my Bernat Maker Home Decor yarn, another discontinued, and kind of working through some of that, which I stockpiled on, had all these great ideas for it. And I do really like it for certain projects. So it's kind of coming up and figuring out how I can combine it with other yarns and ways that I can use it up. And these rugs too can be reversible. They're very similar on the front and back. I mean, I can tell, and you probably can as a crocheter. To me, it looks enough the same that it really could be. This one it's very spongy, and it's not as thick because I stayed with only 1 strand. I do like the weight of these other 2. I think they'll stay in place pretty well. On a like hard floor type of surface, definitely will need some type of rug gripper underneath it, but the weight of it helps to keep it in place on the floor is what I mean. So I don't know, I was thinking of doubling these up, but I just don't think my hands could handle that. So I went with those. Okay, well that's it on the crochet stuff. And oh yes, my hat though, if you aren't familiar with my hat, I have a tutorial for that as well. And I have 2. I have a winter version. This is my summer baseball cap hat with optional ponytail port. And you can make it with or without, and it's pretty customizable. I give you several options for that, and I have a written pattern for that too. So as always, mention links will be listed below in the description box. Okay, so for our puppy, he's not here right now. He's on a play date with my husband. Our neighbors, they have 2 labs, a black one and not quite chocolate. She's more bronze. So her name's Bronzy. And she's 2 years old, and the other one, Summer's 3 years old. And Bronzy and Dusty are in love with each other. They run and play and climb all over each other and climb up on the bench and sit together, and they just wrestle, and it's just amazing. And it's cute. I'll insert a picture. All 4 dogs, all females, and then 1 male. So our 2 dogs, Lucy, who's right here, my girl, and she's another healer, Queensland healer, Australian cattle dog. And Dusty, we haven't done a DNA testing yet. I would like to at some point, but we believe he is at least half heeler, and we're not sure the other half, but we're kind of thinking maybe beagle from his personality, behavioral traits, his ears, and his body shape is real long, and he waddles when he walks, and he has these real big feet, and he does this hunting pose, and his nose just to the ground, and kind of all else goes out of his mind. Lucy, stay around here, please. Lou, she's such a good girl. She's amazing, and she's so easy from the beginning. She hangs out. I don't have to worry about her. She listens really well. She's relatively quiet. She's a good watchdog, and so anyway, she's just wonderful. She's getting older though, and having Dusty has helped. She had been wanting a friend since Tasha passed in December, and they get along really well, and she's a great big sister and teaches him and puts him in his place, and is teaching him all the good stuff too. And when he's being naughty, she lets me know. She tells on him. It is the funniest thing. She'll bark, and it's a specific pitch. You know, like dogs seem to have a bark and a pitch for different things, whether they're hungry, need to go potty, if danger is lurking, whatever it is. So now she has her own pitch for, uh-oh, he's into something, or uh-oh, he busted out of the pen, hurry, Mom, come. And yeah, she tells on him, and she's very expressive with her eyes. She'll look at him and look at me, or she'll come in to the room where I am, and she'll get a specific look that I need to come and see what he's into. Oh man, he is a chewer. We bought some of that bitter apple spray for the furniture. He got 2 legs on the dining table. He just, everything, it goes in this dog's mouth. It is incredible. It's like having a baby in the house with him. Even though he is, he's almost 9 months. So we've had him since the beginning of April, when he was almost 6.5 months. He's been neutered, work with him on training, and he's a good little guy. He really didn't have much, if any, training before us. And he's so lovable and so sweet, and he's like, I call him the rubber band man. He's so flexible, and he slithers and slides, and he's a hoot. He's hilarious. You know, I've always said, with dogs and kids, like, who needs television? Because he's extremely entertaining, but can be exhausting too, because Australian cattle dogs are high energy anyway, and it's good we have property, because he runs like the wind, and he needs a lot of exercise and engaging with him and working with him. It's amazing. And I told my husband, you know, the right dog for us is going to come along, and he did. And he attached to my husband right away, and he loves me too. But when hubby's here, he is right by his heels, and he follows him everywhere. And he has separation anxiety also, because he's been with a few different places as well, rescue dog. But he has adapted and settled in really nicely, and is getting to the routine, and we work him in slowly when my husband has to leave. And then he's with me, and I really work on the positive reward reinforcement system with him, and he is ultra food motivated. I have not had or met a chow hound quite like this dog. Oh my goodness. He loves to eat. I haven't found anything. He loves all fruit, melon. He'll even eat broccoli. He likes all kinds of vegetables. So we have to be real careful so that he doesn't eat things he shouldn't eat too, especially out in the yard, and lots of little droppings of all kinds out there. But yeah, he's a fun dog, and he's gonna be a great adult, and it's just getting through the puppy stage and being really super consistent. That's the key with any dog, any child really, and correcting when he needs correction. That's all the updates for crochet and otherwise. So thanks for being here and listening to me chat away. I love your comments, so please leave those below. Like, subscribe, and share if you haven't already. And I hope you will come back again next time for my next tutorial or whatever pops up. All right, take care, everyone. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or evening, and I will see you soon. Taking all the papers to store to shred. We'll just give them back. Save $10. Lucy's just sitting there minding her own business. I'm not doing it, not me. I know, Lucy, good girl. Yes, she's a pretty girl. Oop, there goes the pop-up head. Oh, it's raining. Is that delightful? Okay, that's enough. Let me have it.